guys, my name is Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Believe it or not, it is time for me to get my Christmas inventory out from storage and into my antique booth, Green Onion Vintage. So let's get started. So I'm actually preparing right now for an outdoor holiday tent sale at one of the stores that I have a booth in, which is called My Treasure House in Edwardsville, Illinois. It's a little bit earlier, I feel like, maybe just like a week earlier than we normally do it. So I'm just not quite prepared for it to be the same week as Halloween. I'm trying to shift my mindset over to Christmas time while I'm also making my kids Halloween costumes. So I have a lot going on right now, but I did finally take the time to go down into my basement and kind of get everything out that didn't sell last year in my antique booth for Christmas time, and then anything that I thrifted over the year, which wasn't very much this year, but I do need to price that and get that ready for the tent. I'm gonna save most of my DIY projects for maybe the next couple of weeks, so those videos will be coming up soon. But tonight is more just about preparing for this tent sale, getting the bulk of my Christmas items out of storage and into the booth for what should be a heavier shopping weekend. So let me show you what I'm starting with. Okay, I'm going to try to give you prices as I go, but first up I have this sign, and I painted this sign last year. I made it out of scrap pieces from Home Depot. So I do believe I have a video of me making this one. It just says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." I made that, the word stencil and the tree stencil with my Cricut. So that's all like chalk painted. And the frame and the board are both from Home Depot. They're from the craft section. So I stained the like top and bottom frame myself. I will make a few more of these for this season because I do have some more of all of like the raw pieces that I need to put together. So I'll make a few more if you guys are interested in that kind of Cricut tutorial. And I'm asking $40 for that. It's a pretty large hanging sign. It's like 2 feet by 2 feet. So that is the first thing. And then my other large piece is this very cool antique barn door. It's kind of the whitewash weathered wood, which is really popular right now. So I just tied a wreath on it with some ribbon and stapled that on the top there. So I think that would just be really pretty and primitive on somebody's wall. I don't have the wreath very centered right now. Okay, and next up I have this antique wood chair that I got at an auction earlier this year just for $1. I really liked the character of it and the color brown of the wood. Let me give you a better shot of it really quickly. So nothing like super special by any means, but it has a really good old patina. And since it is a Christmas sale, I'm just going to tie a little Christmas wreath to hang from the top because it's not really a chair that you can use to actually sit in. I think it'd be really cute on somebody's porch. So I'm going to make it a little more Christmassy just by adding this hanging wreath. And then if somebody had like other things they want to put at other decor, they could just add those there. So nice and simple. I'm just going to tie a knot and move it to the back. So there you go. Very simple and cute, and just kind of gives people the idea that this can be like a porch sitting chair. And I'll put that on the tag also. And I'll probably ask around $18 to $20 for that. I know that wreath is from the Target dollar spot, so it was only probably, I think, $3 for those little Christmas wreaths. And then I have a larger wreath. I have a few of these actually. I don't really know where to put that for now. Put that down there. And then I thrifted this little Santa mailbox. It's metal and red, and I'm asking $15 for that. I haven't priced the Santa yet, but I thought he was really cute and vintagey. I know I got him out of a big thrift haul at somebody's home that was very early this year. I know it was cold out when I did that. So it's like my biggest thrift haul ever. I'll have to show it to you down in the comments if you guys want to go back and watch that video. So I only paid, you know, very little for this. I think it's really cute. I'll probably ask around $10. I need to price him still. And then just a little miniature tree that I tied a gingham ribbon on. It already came with the burlap, and I'm only asking, well, I'm asking $8 for that. That might be a little high, but we'll see what happens at the tent sale. Otherwise, I might use it for some DIY projects. I have a lot of ideas using miniature trees and bottle brush trees, so I might need to pull this one anyway and use it. I'm asking $8 for this vintage Santa ornament. He was one of a whole collection that I thrifted from somebody's basement during an estate sale a couple of years ago probably. I love his plaid hat. But he's the only one I have left, so I'm expecting him to sell this year. He's really cute, and he actually might not have sold because I might have kept him last year and just held on to him because I really liked him on my shelf. But like I said, I'm asking $8. And you might remember this wooden sled from a video I did last year using the Iron Orchid design transfers. Originally this was like a shiny red painted sled, and I painted the whole thing kind of an off-white chalk paint from Dixie Belle, and then added this transfer. I don't know why it didn't sell. I mean, I am asking $35, so maybe it was just a price factor. I also know that it wasn't in the booth terribly long. I kind of did it a little last minute, so I'm hoping it'll sell this year. I think it's really pretty and would just be a really nice piece of decor. I have a really good feeling actually about it selling in the tent sale, so I wanted to make sure I dug this out, and I'm asking $35 for it. And this is another piece I upcycled last year. I think it was like an old shaving mirror, I want to say, from like a piece of furniture. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that a lot of you guys knew what this was from. But I just upcycled it into a Christmas sign using the Iron Orchid design stencils. And then I'm sorry, these are stamps, not stencils. And then the Iron Orchid design transfers. Kind of brushed some gold paint around the edges. So I think this is really cute. I do think this is another piece, so I didn't have a lot of time in the booth last year. So I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't sell. I have a good feeling for this year again, and this one is $20. The cute vintage Santa, he is $10. I know I thrifted him, I think just from a yard sale, but he's nice and heavy. I really just liked the shape of him. Kind of hard to let this one go, but I am going to try to sell him at least at the tent sale. And then I do like to have some linens mixed into my booth. I just feel like it makes it look more complete and more like a home. So I have a couple leftover linens from last year, just some red and black gingham, and this is a tablecloth, and then I have a table runner left. Most of the other pieces of these sold last year, so I'm happy to not have too much left. But I have a good feeling that it will probably sell. I'm kind of going a new direction though, I feel like, with linens. I think that this pattern comes and goes, and I'm not really feeling it so much for this year. So I am hoping that it sells this weekend. Okay, and then I have a few of these like seersucker ribbon ornaments that I thrifted last year. I'm asking $4 a piece for them. I have 2 red left, and then the 1 black and white. I just thought these were really primitive and cute. Kind of wish I had more of these, or maybe I'll even try to like DIY something similar, because I think they have a really good like rustic look to them that's still pretty desirable. So I'm gonna see how these do over the weekend, and I might pull some back out just for some inspiration to have on hand if I want to make some of my own. And then I have 2 more of these thrifted ornaments. They're just like these little gift boxes with the plaid fabric. Thought they had some good character to them. And then I also thrifted these Nutcracker mugs. These are from Sur La Table. You tell me. Obviously, I don't shop there very often, but it is a really fun kitchen store to go look through. I don't even think we have one of those in our area anymore, but I just thought they had a lot of good character also, and they're in great shape. I'm pretty sure these were a Goodwill find, and I'm just asking $4 each, even though I'm sure they were worth much more when they were sold in the store. I have a little vintage Christmas house. I really think these are sweet. I love how tiny the details are on these, and you just put a little candle inside, like a little tea light candle, and the smoke could come out the chimney. I know we had one of these or something very similar when I was a kid. I think it was quite a bit bigger though, but I do remember just having the candle inside. I thought that was really cute. So I don't know that I necessarily want to part with this one, but like I said, I will try mostly anything this weekend and then just pull back out anything that doesn't sell, because I just think this one has a lot of really good character. I've seen so many of like the small houses like for villages at Goodwill, especially right after the new year, and now I'm just kicking myself for not picking those up because they were such a good price. And of course now I'm not seeing them as much, so that is a good reminder for you and for myself to buy things off season, especially at Goodwill, because that's when they're going to be priced really low. Like right now I'm sure that these are higher priced than they were if I would have bought them in January or February. So kicking myself for that one because I've seen so many, but it's been a really long time now since I've seen any. And so that was my mistake. I was probably just being lazy that day, or just not wanting to tie up my money for, 12 more months. But here we are, time's gone on, and I need Christmas inventory. So maybe next year, maybe I'll learn my lesson. And last up, I think, I might run downstairs and see if there's anything else I can get together for tomorrow, but I just have these pillowcase covers that I thrifted. They look like they've never been used. I don't particularly love them. Like, I think they're cute and farmhousey, but I do think that our style in general, the trend of like the gingham and the black and white, I think it's kind of going away, but I still will offer these in the booth and see if I can just sell them to somebody for a really good deal. So I'm asking $5 for each. And if they don't sell for $5 at the tent sale, I might lower the price even more, just so somebody else can take them home. Pretty cute though, and I think I only paid probably 50 cents a piece. Okay, I said that was last, and I lied because I remembered that I brought up a couple of these really pretty flocked wreaths. I bought these at Walmart 2 years ago because at the time they were only $10 a piece. I'm guaranteeing you with inflation they're not going to be that cheap this year. I know they were only $9.98, which seems crazy because they're so pretty and they're nice and full. So I bought several of them, and I'm pretty sure I still have some more in the basement. I know I at least have one more besides this pair, so that will give me 3. And then I have a couple other varieties of wreaths, so that will probably be a separate video. But for the tent sale, I did want to have a couple more wreaths available besides that one boxwood wreath. So I am going to sit down for a little bit and cut up, let me show you, this berry garland, which I thrifted last year, or maybe just got at a yard sale. But the berries are really pretty. I love the color of them, and I used it for a lot of upcycling projects last year also. So I'm just going to cut up the pieces and tie them into this white wreath. And like I said, I have 2 of these. I'm going to do that too, because I just think the combination of like red berries and snowy wreaths is just the prettiest. So I think that by doing that, I'll be able to ask quite a bit more money, and it won't take me terribly long to do this either. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. All I'm going to be doing is cutting up the berries and then attaching them onto the wreath with some green floral wire, which looks like this. I got this at Michael's, I think, or maybe Hobby Lobby, but it's nice and thin, so it's really easy to work with, and it can be cut with this little cutter right here. So nice and convenient, but it gives me a really easy way to attach the berries onto this wreath, and the green will blend right into the wreath. So it'll look nice and professional at the end, hopefully. And I think that's going to give these a lot more profit potential compared to if I just left them plain or just tied a ribbon on them like I normally do. So I'm excited to see how these turn out. I'm going to go do those real quick, and then I'll show you my final looks. right, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this encouraged you to get started on your Christmas inventory if you are also a reseller, or if you're just a crafter. I hope this gives you some ideas to start thinking about things to work on in the future. Like I said, I have a lot more DIY videos coming up for the Christmas season. Can't believe it's starting, but it is time for me to get on that. And I look forward to making those and sharing those with you later. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.